Hi guys, I have a video idea, which is potentially disgusting. I want to, for 1 week, collect all the hair that has fallen off of my head. When I wash my hair, I lose like a sizable clump of hair strands. I'm gonna collect them, then I'm going to count them and see if it averages to less or more than 50 hairs a day. Yeah, that is my video idea. Let me see if I can find one right now. I don't purposely pull out my hair, but if I feel hair that is on my arm that's not supposed to be there, then I know that hair has fallen out already. So I'm pretty good at knowing when hair has fallen out and collecting it. So I think the estimate that I have at the end with all my hair strands that have fallen out will be pretty accurate to how many hairs have actually fallen out. How many times can I say that? So I'm gonna go wash my hair. I have a hair catcher in my shower to collect hair just so it doesn't fall down the drain, but I'm gonna take it out afterwards. Okay, so I've showered. I've changed into another black shirt. I'm gonna take my hair out of the drain, and I definitely lose the most hair while I'm showering and right after I shower. So there's a hair in the drain from my one shower. It's like completely black, and the water wasn't even going down the drain because it was just like clogged with hair already. Okay, right away, this looks like a lot of hair, but not abnormal for the amount of hair I usually lose in a shower. I don't know how I'm gonna count this hair. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Maybe I should just like compare week to week. Also, I don't know where to put this hair. It's like kind of weird just to like have it on my bathroom counter. This is how much hair I've lost in the span of one night. Now I have a lot of hair in a little box. I decided that it would not be a good idea to leave this hair sitting on my bathroom counter, because if anyone were to ever see that pile of hair, they would think I was insane. Which, upon viewing of this video, is not inaccurate. I think I may be losing hair. Like, I'm speculating because of the fact that I started school like 3 days ago. Another reason, which I think may be more accurate, is that I just haven't had my hair cut in a really long time. And so my hair is pretty long now, and it's prone to getting it snagged. So it is Sunday, I just woke up, and this is how much hair I've lost already. And like I said, I do lose a ton of hair like the day after I wash my hair, so this is pretty normal. A couple strands I picked up from the floor. I'm gonna take them and put them in my box. Okay, there's a slight problem. You can't see the hair I'm holding, but I'm holding a piece of hair. So whenever I drop a hair, luckily like I'm in my house 99% of the time nowadays, I have to go up for this week and put it in my box of hair. The average person loses 100 hairs daily.
This setting is healthy for the 4 stages of hair growth. Those hairs are meant to fall out and grow back. Do I have male pattern baldness? I think not. 9 triggers of female hair loss.
On average, we lose around 80 strands a day, so I guess it's anywhere from 50 to 100 strands a day. I think I lose around less than that, I always thought, but we'll see after this week.
Genetic? I don't think so. I have a lot of hair. Reactive? Stress? Crash dieting? Iron deficiency? Vitamin B12 deficiency? Age? I'm 21.
How did I lose all this hair in less than 1 day? Good morning. It is Monday, so the start of a new week. I've collected all the hair I've lost this morning alone. Last night, I noticed towards the end of the day, I wasn't losing much hair at all. So it progresses throughout the day, where I lose a lot in the beginning. So this is all the hair I've lost this morning. So I just brushed my hair and only 2 strands came out. I don't usually brush my hair like ever, but I decided to today just to see if any hair would fall out. and like I suspected, not many, because my hair usually isn't very tangled anyways, but I'm gonna collect them. Okay, it is Tuesday morning. Before I worked out, I noticed that I did lose a lot of hair right when I woke up. But I think I said yesterday, I also lose some hair after I work out because my hair is usually in a ponytail and hair just tends to fall out when I'm moving around. Oh, that's a teddy hair. Okay, also, I'm not gonna count these. I don't know if I should or not, but there's all these random shards of hair. I don't know what else to call them. I think that they are the baby hairs around my face. I was never aware that those fell out. I'm on a walk right now, and I just lost 3 hairs, and now I have to hold them till I get home. Good morning, everyone. So I washed my hair again last night, and I did not lose as much hair in the shower. I took it out of the drain, and it was probably like a quarter of the amount that I lost last time, but this morning I lost so much hair, and that usually happens, like I said, when at the morning after I wash my hair anyway. And also my hair takes a really long time to dry, so when I wake up it's still like slightly damp, so maybe that contributes to like hair loss. But I'll show you the hair that I lost. It is a lot. So this is all the hair I've lost in the past like 10 minutes, and this is how the box is looking. So a sizable amount. It's kind of like turning into a little nest. You can see like a second clump of hair from when I showered last night. So this is what I mean by hair already falling out. Like, it's still attached to my hair, but it's just kind of like tangled in there, and it's not like hanging on anymore. Where'd it go? Okay. So these are the hairs that I end up pulling out. They're completely detached from my head already. Hi everyone, so today's Saturday, tomorrow's gonna be the last day of this experiment, and then I'm gonna count all my hairs up tomorrow because it's been a week since last Sunday. I don't have any updates for today. So this is an actual nest right now. This is 1 week of hair loss, which is crazy. I never thought that I would lose all this hair in 1 week. Seeing that I lose this much hair in 1 week, I actually don't know how I'm not bald, because I'm definitely not growing this length of hair every week. I forgot that when I was outside today, I lost 2 strands of hair, but I didn't feel like carrying them around while I was outside, so I just let them go. And to make up for it and make sure that my count is accurate, I'm just gonna find 2 hairs on my floor, because my floor is basically a carpet of hair. Done. So I just finished showering, and this time I tried to pay more attention to how I actually wash my hair in the shower, and I noticed that the vast majority of the hair I lose is not when I'm washing my hair with shampoo, but when I'm conditioning my hair. This is the hair I took out of the drain. The drain catcher is really good at like putting the hair into a little ball so that when you take it out, it's just like a clump of hair that you can throw away really quickly. But this might be troublesome for counting it because it's like all tangled together. But anyways, this is what it looks like. Compared to the past 2 times this week, I think this is about medium. Like the first time I washed my hair, a lot of hair came out. And the second time, not that much hair came out. And this is pretty normal for like any week to week where I wash my hair. Hi everyone, so it is Tuesday, which means that it has been 2 days since my little experiment ended where I collected all the hairs that I lost off my head for 1 week. What I started out wanting to do with this is see if I actually lost 50 hairs a day, because on average humans are supposed to lose 50 to 100 hairs a day, which means by like in this box there should be around 350 hairs per 1 week. And I'm gonna count them and see if that's accurate. However, this does not look like 350 strands. I don't really know what 350 strands of hair looks like, but this doesn't look like too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and count them, and I'm gonna do a little time lapse. Okay, here is box number 2 where I'm going to put the hairs as I count them. I should probably label this because wouldn't that be tragic if I forgot which box was which? Okay, so this is gonna be out. That might not be very helpful once the bottom is covered with hair, but I think I should get it by then. All right, let's begin. 1. They make a noise. Do you hear that? And this is what 200 hairs looks like. It does look like a little more than when it was in this box. This is how much I still have left because I started to take apart some of those clumps that I took out of the shower. And they're not as tangled as I thought, except there is like this little web of hair, which is kind of disturbing. It's a sheet of hair. And this is what 300 hairs looks like. 350 hairs might be pretty accurate because this is all the hair I have left. It is a little bit hard to take these knots apart. A nest. What should I do with this? Leave it in the comments. Let's continue. 301. So this is 350 hairs. I was a little off on the estimate because we still have a ways to go. And look who joined us. So in total, this is 398 hairs that I was able to count. And the problem is there are these tangled bits that I just can't get untangled without ripping them apart. And I think in total, this shouldn't be more than 20 hairs. It looks like a lot, but really they're just like really gnarled and curly. So I'm going to say that this is around 425 hairs that I've lost in 1 week. Okay, my final check-in. I'm gonna put these curly bits inside just for the heck of it. So in total, this is 425 strands of hair, give or take a few. But I actually do think that I was able to capture most of the hair that fell off my head this week, mainly because I was going like this periodically and making sure that hair that would usually fall to the ground, I was putting in this box. 1 second, I need to do math. 425 hairs per week is like 60 hairs a day. That's a lot. I don't think it really is like 60 hairs per day. I think on the days that I wash my hair, which is about 3 times a week, I lose probably like double the amount of hair, and then on the other days I lose probably like 30 strands of hair a day. My final thoughts on this experiment, I really just wanted to see how much hair I lost in a week, and I'm less worried now because considering I lose like 400 to 500 hairs per week and I'm not going bald, like I take that as a good sign. And I think if I get a haircut, I would lose probably even less hair just because my hair would be less prone to getting snagged on things. Thank you for sticking with me on this journey and seeing what 425 strands of hair look like. That is all I have for this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. I'm sorry if you were disgusted. I was a little disgusted too. Now at the end of the week, I have a little box of me, literally.
I possibly wanted to make it a wig for Teddy, but I also just kind of want to save it forever, and then when my friends come over, I'm like, hey, look at a box of my hair.
If you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Do I need to move this closer? No. Oh, I'll just flip this. No. Like this. I need to get rid of this cable.